From the news desk of Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin, this is News on the Hour.
In the headlines, NNPCL reaches 1.8 million barrels per day crude oil production. IGP bars security aids from accompanying VIPs to polling booths in Ondo. Governor Pebolo orders immediate freezing of Edo State bank accounts. Remains of late Chief of Army Staff departs Lagos for Abuja. On the foreign scene, Trump picks cabinet members and advisors. In sports news, Udeze decries Eagles' late arrival to camp. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us for the news on the hour, reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin. I am Bisola Oduwole Suleiman. We'll bring you details of the news after this break. Please stay with us.
Opportunity in this country, I don't lose hope. Oh my God, jackpot.
Leaving the country may not be the solution that you think it is. Don't make leaving Nigeria the only solution to your life's challenges. Japa because you want to, but stop raising it as a solution to national issues that you can work on and fix. Nigeria will always be your home, and together we can make it better.
This message is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin.
Welcome back from that break. Please note that you can listen to us via our website www.diamondfm.net or watch us live on Facebook at Diamond 87 FM and YouTube Diamond FM Ilorin. Now the news in detail. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) has stated that it has reached the mark of 1.8 million barrels per day of crude oil production. The state-owned oil company, which made the announcement today, also stated that it is set to hit the 2 million barrels per day target set by President Bola Tinubu by December 2024. The company also announced that its subsidiary, the NNPC Gas Marketing Limited (NGML), successfully executed a gas sale and purchase agreement (GSPA) with Dangote Petroleum Refinery and Petrochemicals. The NNPCL noted that the accomplishment, which aligns with the government's budget, reflects the dedication of all its teams over the past weeks. Meanwhile, the Board of Directors of the NNPCL has approved the appointment of Mr. Adedakpo A. Shegun as the Chief Financial Officer, CFO of the company. The appointment was one of the three announced in a statement by Olufemi Shoneye, the Chief Corporate Communications Officer of the NNPCL, in a statement. Also announced in the statement were appointments of Mr. Isiaku Abdullahi as the Executive Vice President, Downstream, and Mr. Udobong Ntia as the Executive Vice President, Upstream, of the NNPCL. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has banned security aids and escorts from accompanying very important personalities, VIPs, into polling booths and collation centers during the governorship election in Ondo State. The Force Public Relations Officer, Olumuyiwa Adejobi, issued a statement today stating that the IGP has implemented comprehensive security measures to ensure a peaceful, transparent, and credible election. The statement also revealed that the IGP has deployed the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Sylvester Alabi, as the coordinating DIG for the election to oversee the implementation of security strategies and to maintain law and order throughout the electoral period. The IGP also named an Assistant Inspector General, Benes Igwe, and a Commissioner of Police, Tunji Disu, as the AIG and CP respectively for the elections. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) has requested an adjournment in the case against the immediate past governor of Kogi State, Yaya Bello, stating that the 30-day window for the previously issued summons is still active. The commission also granted administrative bail to his co-defendants Umar Oricha and Abdulsalami Hudu and asked the court for an extension of time for Bello to appear. At the resumed hearing before Justice Marianne Anene of the Federal Capital Territory High Court in Abuja, the EFCC counsel, Jamiu Agoro, noted that the court's order from October 3rd had not yet expired. He also mentioned that the previously set date for November 20th was not convenient for the prosecution counsels. Meanwhile, after hearing from all counsels, the judge granted the EFCC's application for adjournment and the issuance of the hearing notice. Justice Anene then adjourned the case to November 27th for arraignment. Moving on to Edo State, Governor Monday Okpebolo of Edo State has today ordered the freezing of all state-owned bank accounts with immediate effect until further notice. This was disclosed by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Fred Itua, in a statement he released today. The governor also warned commercial banks, heads of ministries, departments and agencies to comply with the order immediately without any delays. According to Itua, Governor Okpebolo warned that anyone, including heads of MDAs and civil servants, who flout the order will be severely punished. The statement also revealed that the governor has in the meantime asked the relevant government agencies to reverse the Ministry of Roads and Bridges to the Ministry of Works. The reversed infamous name was conceptualized during the administration of Godwin Obaseki. Meanwhile, Governor Okpebolo said no bridges or good roads were constructed by the administration of Obaseki. It is therefore absurd to maintain such a name. The National Population Commission (NPC), in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Health and with technical support from International Children's Fund (ICF) and Johns Hopkins University, held a sensitization meeting with stakeholders in Saragi Ward 1 at the Kwandaragi Tako and Kwandaragi Tiffin in Edo local government area of Kwara State. The verbal and social autopsy VASA team was led by the Kwara State NPC Director, Mr. Emmanuel Adeyemi Adepoju, Head of the Planning and Research Unit, Mr. Etsun Dagi Ahmed, Head of Technical, Ms. Adewara Jainat, and Head of Public Affairs, Ms. Amit Salamat. According to the State Director, the VASA study conducted in selected communities across the state aims to revisit households with cases of child and maternal deaths based on the 2024 Nigeria Demographic and Health Study results. He urged community leaders to support the interview team in gathering the necessary data for government intervention. On behalf of the Honorable Federal Commissioner for Kwara State, Malam Razak Folorun Shogidado, the State Director thanked the community leader for their previous support of NPC projects. In response, the traditional head of the Pandaragi Tako, Etsu Yakpa Malam Idris Indako Ndeji, expressed his commitment to support all activities initiated by the government. The councillor representative of Saragi Ward 1, Malam Legbo Tetengi Mohammed, welcomed the team and expressed his satisfaction with the visit. Still in the news, at least 4 persons, including a 32-year-old female who was preparing for her wedding, have been confirmed dead from suspected Lassa fever outbreak in Shaki town of Oyo State. Commissioner for Information and Orientation in the state, Prince Dotun Oyelade, stated this in a statement in Ibadan today, saying that the Oyo State Rapid Response Team, RRT, confirmed 4 deaths believed to be caused by Lassa fever in the Shaki West local government area of the state. The State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Oluwaserimi Ajetumobi, had earlier deployed the rapid response team to the town following numerous calls from the local government reporting an outbreak that has led to a number of deaths. Ajetumobi said the team, consisting of the Director of Public Health, the State Epidemiologist, State Disease Notification Officer, amongst others, have embarked on a comprehensive investigation to the scene of the incidents. And lastly, on the local scene, the remains of the late Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taurid Lagbaja, have been airlifted from the Nigerian Air Force wing of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, en route Abuja. The body was received by soldiers of the Guards Brigade who are set to pay their last respects to Lagbaja as his remains would be interred on Friday. The unfortunate passing of Lieutenant General Lagbaja makes him the second Chief of Army Staff to die in office in the last 3 years, since Lieutenant General Ibrahim Atahiru, who died just months into his tenure in 2021. And that is on the local scene. The news on the hours reaching you from our studios, Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin. We take a short break. When we return, we'll bring you foreign and sports stories. And on the foreign scene, Trump picks cabinet members and advisors. Please stay with us.
Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram at Diamond 88.7 FM. Diamond FM, shining supreme.
Oh boy, Bajaj Boxer get better wolf this November, oh.
Hey, not be to
You fit get her for only 1,100,000 naira.
Hey, this one a better, oh.
Yes, so sharply visit the dealer when near you pass to enjoy them. Offer they available while stock last.
Yeah, man.
Going full throttle with non-stop hits. 88.7 FM.
Orúkọ mi ni Yèyélúà Tóyìn Adégbọlá. Mo sì ti lé ní 50 ọdún láyé láàyè àtàyè ìdẹ̀ra. Ìgbòkègbodò mi pọ̀ gan nínú iṣẹ́ tí mo yàn láàyò gẹ́gẹ́ bí òṣèré orí ìtàgé. Kì í sì rẹ̀ mí, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kì í sú mi. Àwọ̀ mi sì ń jí pépépé síbi ìtọ́mọ tuntun lójoojúmọ́. Ẹ fẹ́ mọ̀dí abájọ. Monomin Plus atẹ́jẹ̀ṣe oògùn tó ń fi epo ẹja cod liver oil ṣẹjọ́ ẹ̀ food supplement ni. Èròjà ẹ peléke, ó ń tara ṣe, ó ń máradán, ó ń jẹ́ kọ́mọdé dàgbà dáadáa, ó sì ń jẹ́ kí àgbàlagbà máa ta kébékébé. Monomin Plus.
Monomin Plus fún èròjà tó ń tún inú ara ṣe lẹ́yìn ìwádìí ìmọ̀ ìjìnlẹ̀. A tún fi èròjà cod liver oil epo ẹja sí i ló fi wá di oògùn méjì tá a papọ̀ sínú ẹyọ kan ṣoṣo. La fi ń pè é ní Monomin Plus. Iléeṣẹ́ Tuyi Pharmaceutical Industries Limited. Àwọn tó lórúkọ tó ṣe é gbẹ́kẹ̀lé níbi kápò oògùn òyìnbó ló ṣe é. Monomin Plus.
Monomin Plus.
Oh boy, Bajaj Boxer get better wolf this November, oh.
Hey, not be to
You fit get her for only 1,100,000 naira.
Hey, this one a better, oh.
Yes, so sharply visit the dealer when near you pass to enjoy them. Offer they available while stock last.
Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuned in and joining us, you're listening to the News on the Hour reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin. Before we went on the break, we brought you local stories. Now we move on to the foreign scene. On the foreign scene, President-elect Donald Trump has made more key appointments for cabinet members and closest advisors as he prepares for his White House return in January. Florida Senator Marco Rubio has been selected to be Trump's Secretary of State, while a former Democrat and military veteran Tulsi Gabbard was chosen as the Director of National Intelligence. Congressman Matt Gaetz has also been named as Attorney General. Meanwhile, the Republicans have been projected to win the House of Representatives following last week's elections, which implies that Trump's party will run the White House and all of Congress. And still on the foreign scene, election workers in Somaliland have commenced the counting of ballots after Wednesday's presidential election. Yesterday's electoral exercise is the fourth one since the region broke away from Somalia 3 decades ago. The Election Commission stated that voting took place without any incident. The incumbent president, Muse Bihi, who is seeking a second term, was challenged by opposition leader Abdirahman Mohamed Abdullahi of the Wadani Party and Faisal Ali Warabe of the smaller UCID Party. Preliminary results are, however, not expected to be released until late Friday, with final tallies expected in a week's time. Meanwhile, despite living autonomously for For over 30 years, no single country recognizes Somaliland's independence, as its leaders are hoping that this year's election will bring the region closer to international recognition. Moving into the world of sports ahead of tonight's 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers against Benin Republic, former Nigerian international Iroyin Ekunrere has expressed his confidence that the Super Eagles will get a positive result despite the late arrival of some players to camp, which has been attributed to travel issues. However, a point against Benin will secure a place for the Super Eagles at AFCON 2025, but the team will be looking to claim maximum points, especially as the game will be played in Abidjan, Ivory Coast, due to Benin's lack of a suitable stadium. Reacting to the development, Udeze, who expressed his displeasure with the late arrival of some players to camp, told journalists that he is still optimistic the team will get a good result against Benin Republic. Meanwhile, Benin Republic's captain Steve Mooney is optimistic the Cheetahs can record another famous victory over the Super Eagles. And lastly, in sports, Al Nassr defender Aymeric Laporte has disclosed that he won't hesitate to accept Real Madrid's offer if he's considered worthy. In a chat with sports journalists, the Spanish international stated that though he's happy playing in the Saudi Pro League, however, he won't turn down the chance to play for Real Madrid. And that's it in the world of sport. With that, we've come to the end of the news on the hour for today. But before we go, here is a recap of the major highlights as brought to you. NNPCL reaches 1.8 million barrels per day crude oil production. IGP bars security aids from accompanying VIPs to polling booths in Ondo. Governor Pebolo orders immediate freezing of Edo State bank accounts. Remains of late Chief of Army Staff depart Lagos for Abuja. On the foreign scene, Trump picks cabinet members and advisors. And in sports news, the desert decries Eagles' late arrival to camp. Before we wrap up the news this afternoon, we go straight to our Today in History segment. Did you know that on this day, November 14 every year, World Diabetes Day is celebrated globally to commemorate the birthday of Sir Frederick Banting, who along with Charles Betts co-discovered insulin in 1922, a medical breakthrough that has since transformed the lives of millions living with diabetes. Now you know. For news coverage or information about happenings around you, kindly contact the Diamond FM newsroom number on 09160627526. Do keep up to date with us via all our social media platforms at Diamond 87FM on Instagram and Facebook, and at Diamond FM Ilorin on YouTube. You can also download our app on Google Play Store and iOS Apple Store, Diamond FM. Follow us on our website, www.diamondfm.net. The news on the hour was edited by Nedu Okore. Do join us at 3 p.m. for the news flash and at 5 p.m. for the news across the world. My name is Bisola Oduwole Suleiman. A very good afternoon to you once again, and thank you for listening to your shining supreme station. Do stay tuned for the Yoruba news coming up shortly. Good afternoon and have a lovely rest of the day.
The vibes, good talking, conversations. You can have it all on Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin. Diamond 88.7 FM, we've got you.
Ní gbogbo ìṣẹ́jú àti wákàtí lẹ ń fi máa gbádùn ojúlówó àwọn ètò ní ilé iṣẹ́ tiwa. Kò sí àṣàdànù nínú àwọn àlàkalẹ̀ ètò ní ìkànnì tí ẹ ti mọ̀ bí ẹni mowó Diamond 88.7 FM. Ẹ lọ fọkàn balẹ̀. Bó bá jẹ́ lẹ́ka eré ìdárayá, ìfikùnlukùn, lẹ́ka àmúlùdùn, eré oníṣe àti àwọn orin aládìídùn fún ìgbádùn tiyín nìkan ni o. Diamond FM. Ìkànnì tó ń tàn yẹrin yẹrin.
Látinú yàrá ìròyìn Diamond 88.7 FM Ìlọrin, ìròyìn ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́.
ṣáájú ẹ gbọ́ àwọn kókó tó wà nínú ìròyìn náà. iléeṣẹ́ ìjọba lẹ́yẹ tó ń rí sí ọ̀rọ̀ epo rọ̀bì NNPCL ló ti ń pèsè àgbá epo tó dín díẹ̀ ní mílíọ̀nù 2 ní ojúmọ́ kan. ọ̀gá àgbà ọlọ́pàá lẹ́yẹ pàṣẹ fáwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá pé wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ sin àwọn bọ̀rọ̀kìnní lọ dìbò ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo. gómìnà Okpobolo ti ìpínlẹ̀ Edo pàṣẹ kan gbégi dínà àwọn àfọ̀sùnwọ̀n ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀hún. ó kú adarí iléeṣẹ́ ológun orílẹ̀ nílẹ̀ ìlàgbàjà ti gbéra kúrò ní ìlú Èkó lọ sí ìlú Àbújá. láti ilé òkèrè Trump ti kéde orúkọ àwọn ọmọ ìgbìmọ̀ aláṣẹ rẹ̀. lábala ìròyìn ìdárayá Ndeze fohùn lédè lórí ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ tí ó wáyé láàrin ikọ̀ Super Eagles ilẹ̀ yìí àti alátakò rẹ̀ láti ilẹ̀ Benin Republic. ẹ̀ka san àsìkò iṣẹ́ látọ̀rọ̀ ìròyìn ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ láti ìkànnì Diamond 88.7 tó wà nílọrin ní ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara. Taiwo Adeyemi oníròyìn yẹn ká sọ fún yín pé ẹ lè gbọ́ wá jákèjádò àgbáláyé ní ojú ìtàkùn www.diamondfm.net. ẹ̀kúnrẹ́ náà bọ̀ lẹ́yìn ìsinmi ráńpẹ́ yìí lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí akínyìn pé ẹ kú ìkàlẹ̀.
You need to sue me, man, or long. Kíkọ̀ rẹ̀ ní opportunity báyìí. My ex ni ó jápa ni.
O lè ṣídìí kúrò nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà tán pátápátá gbà bẹ́ẹ̀. O kò ní ṣàìní àwọn ẹbí, ọ̀rẹ́ àtolùfẹ́ rẹ lórí ilẹ̀ náà. O lè jápa nítorí tí o fẹ́ láti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. ṣùgbọ́n sinmi rírannu mọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí